Pregame.com.
The number one free agent pitcher from this past offseason, Fez says fade him and fade him off.
That's right, Teddy. Jon Lester.
Teddy covers Steve Fezzik here on pregame.tv, and we're talking about Jon Lester right now. Now, Lester, let's talk the good, all right? Two-time World Series winner. 84 postseason innings, got a career ERA in the postseason of 2.57. Proven locker room leader. And to me, the single most important thing is that the two best organizations in baseball right now, you make a case for Boston and Chicago, and those two teams, the Cubs, those two teams were engaged in a bidding war for Jon Lester this past offseason.
Back up the truck.
Back up the truck. Okay, where are we backing up?
The Cubs are now top two?
You don't think so?
Prove it first. Win something.
You don't think that Chicago right now is set up in a way that they haven't been set up in 50 years to have a dominant team over the next 10 years?
It's like saying Jacksonville is going to get better. I mean, the Cubs are losers. Now they're maybe top 10, top 2.
Let's stay focused. All right. Would you say Theo Epstein is a winning general manager?
I think, yes.
Okay. So Theo, what do you call him, a top-tier general manager?
Yes.
Okay. So rather than the 2 or 3 or 5, 2 top-tier GMs were engaged in a bidding war for Jon Lester this past offseason. Does that wording meet your approval?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me why we hate this guy.
Because he should have realized that Jon Lester is 0 for 57 lifetime from behind the plate, has never gotten a hit.
Behind the plate? What do you mean?
From hitting. The man cannot hit at all. Not only can he not hit, his catcher of choice, David Ross, can't hit at all. He's hitting 180. So now you've got outs on the 7 and 8 spot in their lineup. They can't score in the second inning. They can't score in the fourth inning. He is getting, no one noticed when he was pitching for Boston because everyone plays for big innings. He will not throw to first. He has the yips. They're going to start bunting more. They're stealing 2.5 bases per game against him, and the number's only going higher. He won't even throw over to first. He's got it so bad. He's got Steve Sax stuff in his head so bad. This is going to impact his overall game across the board. It's going to get in his head. I know his earn-run average started at 6. It's down to 4. It's going to stay at 4. This is a guy I'm going to fade every single start.
Now, there are some points that I agree with you about Lester. Lester's 31 years old, and generally that's when pitchers start to decline. He's thrown 200-plus innings in 6 of the last 7 years, and the 7th year, he threw 191 innings. That was the year the Red Sox collapsed in September of 2011. The only reason we didn't reach the 200-mark barrier that season. So there are certainly some things not to like about Lester, but you're saying the fact that he can't hit and the fact that base runners are having success on him means that he's not a good fit. The guy's a leader, and he's a winner.
Why wouldn't an American League team pick him up and not have this huge liability? Bumgarner homering while he's striking out, and he should be with an American League team. And this whole stolen base thing, Ferris Bueller could drag a bunt, get to first, steal second and third against this guy, Ferris Bueller.
A Ferris Bueller reference from Steve Fezzik saying, fade Jon Lester right here on pregame.tv.